What's up YouTube? Today I want to show you how to create probabilistic gate sequences using the Mod Remaps in Vital. Let's dive in and have a look. So I quickly want to create a FM type of sound using Vital. So what I want to do is use basic shapes on one oscillator and just use the initialized saw on the other oscillator. I might change it depending. This isn't too much to do with the actual concept of this video. I'm just creating a quick sound that we can use to kind of create this gate sequence with. So over here on the second wave morph function, we can select FM from oscillator 2, and we can just turn down the level on oscillator 2 and maybe pitch it down 1 octave. Just a little pro tip here: if you hold shift, you can actually easier detune things in octaves within Vital. Let's quickly just dive into the wavetable editor here. Maybe we can do a bit of a wavefold on this guy. That sounds nice. And yeah, I mean, that's good for now. What we can do is start looking at how we create the mod remaps. So here, the idea is to set up a random modulator. So let's just set this up onto the level over here. We can turn it all the way up. Might need to turn our actual volume down on the patch. So as you see, by default, it's kind of got varying values from, let's say, 100 to 0. It does like 50%, 75%, every single value in between those two. Depending on, obviously, the type of random we use, that's going to change the kind of shape as it kind of modulates between those values. So I want to set it to sample and hold, and we can set this time to 1/16. Now it's going to generate a new stepped value at every 1/16 trigger. Check this out. So that's okay, except it's kind of two-stepped. We kind of want to use that randomization to create a gated value. And this is where the mod remaps in Vital are really, really, really mind-blowing, because you can create these probabilistic sequences using this remap, and I'm going to show you how. So just to make things easier, let's set this grids over to 20. And now if we hold control and just set all of these to 0, now it's going to allow none of those values through. So how it works is, let's say, for example, X is your input and Y is your output. So if X is 1, the output will be 0. If X is 50%, the output will still be 0. If we set it, for example, like this, then everything above 50% will be 100% on the output, and everything below 50% will output a 0%. So instead of having a linear kind of 1-to-1 function, we're setting it so that it's 50% of the time going to send 100% amplitude. Check this out. So what I want to do is, let's just put in a long note here. I actually want to check what key is this track in. I believe, so that is F sharp. Let's go ahead and put in a long F sharp note over here. For example, like how we set it up here with 20 lines in the grid, each of these lines would represent 5% increments. So let's say, for example, we only want it to trigger 5% of the time, then we just leave 1 bar up. So here, if we do 5 bars, it represents 25% chance to trigger the note. I think that sounds good, 25%. We can always come in and edit it later on. So let's create another random to modulate a filter. Here's a little pro trick as well. You know, if you're limited to randoms, I think there's 4 that you can use in Vital. I doubt you'd ever get to the point where you would be limited for randoms. But, if you were, you could use one random modulator to do the filter and the gate. And that's where the Mod Remaps is particularly cool. So I'm going to use a phaser filter. Let's set this to negative. We can boost these up a little bit and just sweep this all the way. So we've got quite a few of these nodes. And then let's set this random to modulate this filter over here. Maybe detune this by 2 octaves, minus 24. Let's see how this sounds. So if you're not understanding what's going on here, it's a one modulation source, and the remap is changing how the source is being sent to the destinations. So for example, the reason that it's only plucking those kind of higher phaser notes or higher kind of phaser frequencies is because we're only hearing it when it's gated once that input value is at a higher point. But we can change that by just kind of, let's say, staggering this. So we remove 2 bars here. Let's give it like a bar in the middle and a bar here. So we've still got 25% chance to gate it, but different frequencies are going to play when we hear that gate, if that makes sense. So this is a nice way of creating, like a lot of the time when you're using these kind of random filter movements, it doesn't hit those frequencies that you want all the time. And this is a way of guaranteeing that it's going to hit those nice frequencies all the time. You kind of just split it and choose which frequencies it hits, then you let it randomize. So I'm going to apply some effects here, and let's see where this goes. Awesome, that's very cool. I like that a lot. And you can just jump into the patch, change these bars, and change how it kind of sits. Where those frequencies are, you can pretty much change the sequence. And another little cool thing is, sometimes if like the low comes through too strong compared to like the high, like for example, like some of these high ones are too strong, you can just turn the bar down and that represents the volume of the oscillator. So this is a very, very cool technique to basically kill a bunch of birds with one stone. So let's just check this out. Almost like little ghost notes in the sequence. So yeah, another really, really cool technique for this vibe. Anyway, cool. That pretty much sums up everything I wanted to get through in this video. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Let me know what you think in the comments. And I'm going to be posting this preset or both of these presets to my Patreon for all my $5 supporters. So if you want to know what that's all about, check out the link in the description. And yeah, as always, if you haven't subscribed yet, then please consider doing so. And see you guys next time. Cheers.